Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your November monthly reading. We have quite a few things going on. Mars is still in retrograde. It just went retrograde on the 30th of October. That is in Gemini and that's in your 12th house. And we had a Scorpio solar eclipse on the 25th of October, and eclipses come with a lot of changes. So make sure to check your zodiac specific reading for that eclipse. And also we have a total lunar eclipse in Taurus that is coming up on the 8th of November. Sorry, 8/11, that's what I was saying. Okay, so let's see how all of this is playing out in your life. We have Express with the waning gibbous moon. This eclipse cycle is kind of falling in your 11th house and your 5th house. That's about expression, personal expression, and also expressing to the world, perhaps in social media platforms, to an audience, and so on. It's about expressing your creativity as well. Okay. Then we have the Two of Swords. This is uncertainty. You're feeling uncertain about which way to go, what to do, some type of decision making. And you're kind of weighing up the options that you have. Let's say you have a hobby and you want to do something more with that. Perhaps you want to up-level your skill in some way. And you're going to have to gather other resources or other viewpoints in that specific thing here. Right? And also you might be putting yourself out there, but you might be unsure about, posting your stuff online or displaying it in any way. Or perhaps you're not really clear on how you can go about expressing yourself in a public manner or whether you want to do that at all. Okay? So Two of Swords is a type of confusion about a decision to be made, but also it is... The advice here is to listen to your intuition, whatever feels right in that moment. Don't think too much in the logical sense, because every option can seem very compelling, or equally, it's sort of a stalemate energy, right? It's equal amounts of pros and cons on either side of the decision. So you're just going to have to rely on your intuition. I sometimes get this in my card of the day when I shuffle for myself, and what I have recently learned is that it also says you don't need to know in order to make a choice. You don't need to know how each and every road turns out in order to make a choice right now. Okay, that's what it can say. And that talks about kind of personal conviction and also the reliance on intuition as well. Then we have Empress. This is super abundant. This is about feeling beautiful. This is relying on your intuition once more, feeling grounded and also flowing with the energies that are present. You are a water sign. And I think the Empress has this mothering nature and is very closely linked to you. Perhaps some of you are trying to get pregnant. In the 5th house talks about pregnancy and childbirth and children as well. So perhaps you're wondering about this. Do you want to have children? If so, how many? If so, when? Things like that. That could be a topic of discussion, and you might be expressing that to your partner or even to yourself, to the universe, and so on, depending on what your age is and when you want to have children. But the Empress also talks about creativity again, having so much confidence and faith and working on your creative skills and hobbies and kind of having fun, doing things that make you feel beautiful and connected to your own inner child. Basically mothering yourself in some way too, so that you feel better equipped to go out into the world. So if you're not yet ready to post your stuff online, let's say, it's okay. You're saying to yourself, it's okay. We don't have to do it right now, right away. It's not a matter of urgency. Whenever it feels right though, go for it. Okay, that's basically the Empress. You're being very supportive to yourself and your loved ones as well. All right, then also you could be connecting with your mother or the mother figure. It can be the father as well that reminds you, that kind of has the mothering vibe, who has been more nurturing and nourishing. You might be reaching out to that person and you're asking for guidance on which way to go, and they are very supportive and nurturing towards you as well. Okay, then we have the Two of Wands. Once more about decision making. Which way do I go? I know that where I am is kind of mundane, but it is perhaps giving me more security, and I know where things go. But wherever things are going, it's not really enchanting or fun in any way. So let me explore this whole new wide world. And yes, I don't know how things are going to work out. I don't know what I will encounter in this new journey. Can also talk about making travel plans and you're not really sure which place to go. Perhaps two places are very compelling for you. The options can be different things for different people, so please take it as it resonates. But yeah, it is talking about weighing your options, sort of wondering which is more inspiring for you, but then is that enough reason to leave something that is secure? Cancer does love security. It's about the home and the comfort zone and creating a comfort space and so on. So it's not really a daredevil zodiac. But over here, if some place does not feel like home, if it's not nurturing and nourishing, then what's the point? We gotta go outside and find some place where we can make that vibe happen for ourselves. So you're kind of looking out and exploring your options. Also, if you're wanting to post your things online, you might be kind of looking at what things are available for me, what would be the best option. We also have Knight of Swords, which is quick decision making. Okay, that's very nice to see after we saw the indecision of the Two of Swords. So as the month progresses, you're definitely deciding on something that is inspiring for you. You're like, yeah, I know that this is the way forward. I'm just gonna go for it. You're not hesitating the moment you know. But while you're making that decision, you're kind of on a seesaw, sometimes this, sometimes that. But it's not your nature to be undecided, and perhaps that's the confusing bit as well, because you're a cardinal sign, you're definitely action oriented, so the moment you know, you're gonna act on it, right? You're constantly moving. Perhaps you're this can also talk about travel, by the way, because we see that motorbike, you're taking a trip and you're like, okay, I don't have to commit to something right away, right? Knight of Swords is not about commitment, it's about exploring the different options. You're like, if I'm not sure about what's going to happen over there, let me just take a short trip and figure out how the country is or how the city is. What is it like to work over there? If you make an account in, let's say, on Instagram, you don't have to be there till the day you die, right? You can always deactivate it if it does not speak well to you. But you're sort of giving things a chance instead of sitting in one place and trying to decide everything in that very moment. You're like, yeah, let me see all of these different options and see what makes sense for me at this time. And also you'll get a better idea of how things can develop, right? Okay, that's beautiful. And we also have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so you're keeping this to yourself, it looks like. You're making plans in private. You don't feel the need to divulge every information to people anyway as the zodiac. But also you're keeping your plans and your strategy private here. You're more in the observing state instead of speaking out aloud and all of that. Okay, you're noticing all of the tools at your disposal and what speaks right to you before you commit to something. Once again, this is not a very commitment focused card here. This card can also symbolize manipulation, deception, and lies. So in the 12th house, when we have Mars, it can really dig up and uncover lies that we have told ourselves, or lies that we have believed, or deceptions that we have gone along with, ignorance that we have catered to for very long, and so on. So that can be a bit of a disillusioning effect. And that can be like, okay, so what is reality and where do I go from this point? Things like that. But I don't feel like you're getting hurt because of this. It's just new realizations and new information that helps you make a new decision for yourself. It is liberating for you. Seven of Swords is about independence and originality as well. It's rebelling against the norm too. So let's say people around you don't do this sort of thing that you are inclined to do. You're still not that's not a deal breaker for you. You don't need each and every person to have your back, because you are having your back at this time. Okay, you are taking care, you're taking all that you need into this new chapter that you are planning. You can see the city in the background here, so you're leaving the chaos and the humdrum, and you might be going someplace to get some silence and some place to observe and think and reflect as well, and also strategize your next steps. And even your travel plans, you might not be telling people. Oh, sneaking out, running away, please don't do that. But that is also characterized here by these two cards and the Two of Wands. Like, there's so much thirst to explore new horizons that you might just sneak into there. Okay. As long as it's not a violation of rules, I don't think that's a problem. But maybe not worry your people here. Seven of Swords also talks about calculated risks, by the way. Okay, so that calculation can only happen after you kind of see what the options are and if it is speaking true to you, right? Okay, next we have, what is your honest truth? Yeah, you're definitely being very, very honest and bare with yourself. This is a new level of vulnerability that you're showing to yourself, and that can be, like I said, liberating. Okay, Saturn is in the mix with this eclipse, and that is about what has been restricting you and how can you free yourself in terms of your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Okay, so if some place is not right for you, you're not going to suppress that thought. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Let's ignore what we are actually feeling. Let's ignore the inner thoughts. It's fine. Denial for the win. You're not doing that anymore. Okay, I'm not saying that that's what you do all the time, but it is very normal. Everyone does that once in a while, but over here, it's kind of the veil is being lifted here. So you're being very truthful beyond this point. And you're also expressing your truth, even if it might rub people the wrong way a little bit. But of course, you have a lot of tact and you come across with a lot of care that you're not hurting anybody in the process, but you're getting your own way as well. Then we have overthinking can spoil the magic, which is so perfect with the Two of Swords. You don't need to know each and everything to make a decision, right? Go and explore and see what fits well with you, if that is a possibility in your case. If not, then gather more information through other people, through other resources and so on, to get a better intuition about that place or that decision. And this is a 00, which indicates a completely new beginning, okay? With the Two of Wands, it's a whole new world. You don't know anything of this place, and you're wanting to go there because you know that the possibilities are rich and exciting. So don't overthink it. That's what this here is saying. Okay, then we have accept and receive. Yeah, you're flowing with the information that comes to you. You're receiving the blessings, the guidance, the support, and acknowledgement of other people, and you're not shutting that out. Normally, Cancer wants to do things for others that it cares about, right? But this here is putting yourself in that receptive position. I will take care of myself now. I will have my back now. I will do what makes me happy. Other people can make me happy as well. So that way you're balancing your give and take and have a better sharing of energy and also resources with the people around you and the things that you do. So it can even be that you're constantly working and you're constantly putting in your effort and you're just putting out, right? In this month here, you're like, nope, I'm gonna open the space and invite things in. I'm not gonna try to do everything by myself. That is excellent. Okay, then we have geocentric model. I'm gonna put these cards down, then we will get into them one by one. We have cell, which again is like the whole new birth, right? It's the first step to life. Then we have protoplanetary disk, which again is the surroundings are full and rich with nutrients and all the elements that you require to make new creation and possibilities happen. And we also have binary star. Again, two. We have two here. Okay. So with the geocentric model, it is about putting yourself first, your health, your nourishment, your creativity, all of those things, okay? You're putting yourself first. And that is not selfish when all of the other times you're giving, giving, and giving. All right. So you taking care of yourself actually enables you to put even better energy into your work and your surroundings and your people. So it's not a horrible thing at all. You don't have to feel guilty. I don't think you are, but just another reassurance. With the cell here, yeah, new beginning, like I talked about with the card number 00, and also these new possibilities that you want to venture into. You recognize that this new horizon is full of possibilities here. Once again, that full of possibilities can be many different things, and the not knowing can be a little bit anxious for you, but it's not a deal breaker once again. And the binary star is like, okay, you can't really reach the star. They're constantly orbiting in that same orbit around each other, and they're not really touching. They don't really understand, and all you can do is observe from a distance. You know it is over there. You can't really do much about it except observe. So I think that is connected with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords again. It can be another person, i.e. the Empress perhaps, who guides you through it. And when I say another person, it can also be your own intuition, your higher self, depending on, you know, what you rely upon for your support. All right. Then we have affection and determination. Yeah, definitely affection. You're giving that to yourself, and you're very determined to take care of you. You're also determined for what is to come, to express yourself in whichever way you see fit. And Knight of Swords also talks about that determination. You want to go and explore something new. Okay, that's just like kind of set. Okay, that's why in this month you're in that middle space where you're transitioning and you're like thinking about it quite deeply, and you're contemplating on different choices. Okay, and we also have new start and wisdom. Okay, so new start, obviously we talked about that at great length, and wisdom is also kind of looking at your past experiences and seeing how they have panned out, looking at your past choices and seeing how that has panned out, and rectifying your way. I'm kind of hearing, okay, so I have made this choice and I know how that works, but I have not made this choice, which is a little bit more scary. But I know that the choices I've made right now are not giving me the adequate blessings and abundance that I desire. So perhaps option number 2 is going to be a better fit, even if it's a little bit scary right now. Okay? And you're relying on the experience that you have had so far to chart new territories. Okay, for some of you, you can also be moving or thinking about moving cities or changing your field of work. And that is, of course, major decision, but it can be for some of you here. And of course, your apprehension is acknowledged. It is very much warranted given the situation, but you're more than capable of taking on whatever you want to, and you're developing that faith in yourself. These things need to come from within, right? I can tell you that you can do it as many times as I want, and I totally can. But if you don't believe in yourself, then that's going to be of no use, no point. So I'm happy to tell you that you are coming to that point of resolution in this month. Initially, you're going to be a little bit confused, and that is kind of just circulating in your own mind. But the moment you actually think about it and you're like, but I feel very drawn to this option number 2, so I don't really have to think so much about it. Let me see how things go. Not putting so much pressure on it. Seven of Swords, like I said, very independent, does not like pressure, does not want to, you have to do this, you should do this, you must do this. Seven of Swords is like, yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna do what feels right to me. Awesome. Super empowering. Okay, so your Astro Dice, November, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have Capricorn, we have the 9th house, and we have Venus. Yeah, Venus, love, art, beauty, and harmony. Capricorn is about using your experience and not stopping until you reach your goals. Keep on climbing steadily, sturdily, with determination. You will eventually get there, and you have that faith in yourself. 9th house is about the belief systems and your philosophies. So what you have perceived in the past due to conditioning or society or whatever, you're kind of looking into that again. You're evaluating your own beliefs here. And you're shifting that. If there has been negativity, then you're shifting that to something more supportive. Ninth house can also talk about traveling abroad or meeting people from different and diverse backgrounds, learning a foreign language, which allows you to move to completely new places. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and helps you out. Let me know your thoughts, like and subscribe as well. It really helps grow the channel. If you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box in the comment below. And check out your zodiac specific eclipse readings as well. I will see you again next time. Take care. Bye.